Hi, welcome to Armor One. Today I want to talk about repo-based hook and configuration abuse. Here's how just opening the wrong repository can turn project files into an execution path. This attack uses the repository itself as the weapon. A malicious repository can include unsafe hooks, configuration files, instruction files, or environment manipulations that affect how the assistant behaves when the project is opened or used. So instead of the attack coming from a separate tool or extension, the repository itself becomes the attack surface. In documented reporting around AI coding assistants, researchers showed that hooks, environment variables, and repository-linked execution paths could be abused to trigger command execution and expose secrets. The dangerous part is that this can all be sitting inside the repo, waiting to influence the assistant as soon as that project is trusted or opened. So this is where Armor One could have made a real difference by helping teams identify risky repo-level automation, limit trust, and stop unsafe execution paths from quietly taking over the workflow. So we're going to use Gemini CLI as our example here, and we're going to go down to Lifecycle Hooks Audit, which is right here. So this matters because hooks are one of the clearest ways a malicious repository can trigger unsafe behavior automatically. The next one I want to look at is workspace trust boundaries up here. If an untrusted repository is given too much trust too quickly, it becomes much easier for malicious configurations or hooks to influence the assistant. And lastly, I want to look at agent instructions audit, which is down here. This is important because a repository can include instruction files that try to steer the assistant into unsafe actions without the user realizing it. So I quickly want to go over remediation steps for one of the risk metrics we talked about. We're going to look at workspace trust boundaries. So as you can see, there's a description, the impact, and remediation steps are available on a per user basis. So we're going to click a user. Once it loads, we'll see the same thing, the description, the impact, as well as the steps. So to enable workspace folder trust, we would open the Gemini CLI settings file, find or create the security object, enable the folder trust, and then save the file. These steps are also available for all other risk metrics. So instead of letting a repository quietly become an execution layer, Armor One helps teams inspect hooks, limit trust, and reduce the chance that repo level configuration turns into command abuse or secret exposure.